So,
So, episode 2.
welcome to the show.
Exactly. We don't even have a name for it yet.
This is the
This is
second discussion that we're having.
Oh yeah, for sure. Topic 1. We don't even have. We're not gonna start topic 1. What have you been playing?
I've been playing quite a mix of games, actually. I've been playing GTA 5 on that Neutron game mode,
Yeah.
and it's pretty intense. It's crazy. It's fun to play with friends, and well, it's worth the play if you haven't played it. If you still have GTA downloaded, if you don't have GTA downloaded, don't download 60 gigs worth of a game.
I've seen the trailer, but I just don't care for GTA.
Don't have the motive to get on. Yeah.
There's so many things I have to play. I wanna. Watch Dogs literally came out today.
Yeah, it did.
On the day that we're recording, it came out. Well, it's November 15th.
Yes, it is.
So it's the middle of November. Jeez, I woke up and skated. It was 65 degrees out
Yeah.
in Kansas. That's fucking nuts. It's almost December.
Yeah.
That just blows my mind how crazy our weather's been.
Anyway, what else I've been playing? I've been playing Borderlands 2. That's one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah. We'll
And
get to that later.
it's fun. It's really fun.
It is really
I've
fun.
been playing it with Julian and Sean, and
I would say it's up in my top 10 probably. I wish we could do a top 10 list because that's probably better than top 5 because there's trying to organize the top 5 is so hard because there's so many other games that you just want to add into it. But generally, what else have you been playing? You've been playing Borderlands
and what else? I've been playing a little bit of GTA, Borderlands 2.
Oh, and Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1, yeah, I just got it yesterday. And it's a fun game. It's kind of hard starting it off because you're so used to the previous game, like Battlefield 4, and I haven't really played it that much either, to be honest.
Battlefield
and the
4
controls
or Battlefield 1?
Battlefield 4 and going to Battlefield 1,
okay.
the controls are kind of different. Maybe I need to change my sensitivity a bit or something, but it's just hard to get used to the new weapons and stuff that are just more old.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because it's World War One.
Yeah, which is awesome.
It is awesome.
It's a game that I'm probably gonna buy.
Great. It definitely has better mechanics and stuff.
Have you played any campaign?
No, not yet.
See,
I just played a few matches with.
The last shooter game that I really enjoyed, let's be honest, is Doom.
Doom.
but generally first person war shooters and not crazy demon taking shit's head off crazy.
Yeah.
Was World at War. World at War was definitely my favorite first person shooter, and I've been waiting for another historic shooter, and that's why Battlefield 1 has got my attention.
Battlefield 1 is there. Yeah.
And I want to play its campaign so bad. Plus, I heard it's obviously it's very historic, but you play from different countries and their perspectives and things happening in the war, and I just can't wait for that to happen.
Yeah.
You're not just one character. I think that they said that I actually don't know the number, but I'm pretty sure there's at least 5 different characters that you play as.
Yeah, you can. There's different characters that have different
stories.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So I think that would be super fun to play, and I know you're more of a multiplayer gamer, but I've kind of faded away from that. I generally tend to like to play games for a single player experience, but then a storytelling too. That's what games have become for me. They've become a huge storytelling. That's why Mafia 3 didn't get enough credit. Has 5 endings.
Yeah, and it wasn't rated what it should have been. It should have been a good game.
It should have been.
It had a great story.
It did have a
great story. Had good gameplay.
It even had a character from the last game, which brought me to it.
Vito.
Exactly, Vito, and he was so perfect too. He was older, and it was everything that had happened in the last game was kind of explained out through his side stuff.
Yeah.
And I found that so amazing. Now, I don't think it deserved 6s and 5s like it's been getting. I think it deserved a medium 7, 7.5 or 7.6. It's got so much replay value. I know the gameplay's boring, and I know that there's problems with the racism and all that, and that it has a disclaimer at the beginning, like
Yeah.
you said.
They do have a disclaimer for it.
But I love that game. Like, it's so fun. I can't. Like,
I think it's just the people, they don't really play through all the way. Some people, like the critics, they'll just have a little bit of gameplay of it, and
they get a
like
feel
the
for
beginning's kind of more of a slow pace until you get up to the part where
That's
the
so true.
backstabbing
Like,
happens.
exactly, where you're
Then-
like, when you're
then-
deciding the districts, instead of it telling you to decide, like, assign the district to the certain person, like,
Yeah.
it's like, assign this to Cassandra, and you're like, no, I want to give it to Vito, and it's just like, no, you're going to assign it to Cassandra. Once you get past that point, that's when the game changes, because you're making the decisions to give each person their
Yeah,
districts or
and they get
rackets.
pissed. Shit hits the fan, and
Yeah, I know.
They-
I'm
they
at
do
that
not
point right
like
now
me.
where, like, Burke and Cassandra are, like, pissed off because I'm
Oh,
giving
yeah.
everything to Vito. I'm like, Vito, here's this district.
they'll
Here's this
probably
racket."
fucking hate you for that.
They will, and I can't wait for it too. It's like, I feel bad for Burke, but Cassandra is such a bitch, dude.
Yeah, did you see Burke's backstory though? Like,
I did. He has
it's
cancer.
Fucking
Like,
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that's insane. And he's
Like-
just like trying to make it. What's her name? Lizzie?
his daughter.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
And
remember.
did you know her backstory? She's lesbian in the 70s, and it's like really tough on her. Like, she thinks that her dad looks down on her, and it's like, it's crazy. It's
Oh,
really
yeah.
good. I think the storytelling in that game is really good, and people overlook it because the gameplay doesn't feel good. It's like the gameplay feels
it
great.
feels great,
the
but
gunplay.
it's just the
Okay,
looks.
let's take a step back. Gameplay is pretty bad. It's very repetitive. You go and you
Yeah.
either kill 2 elites, or you take down informants, or you destroy shit. That
Yeah.
is it.
Those are the only missions leading up to the sub bosses. And
Exactly, and the sub bosses, all you do is kill them.
Yeah.
So it's like, it has this very repetitive vibe, but dude, the gunplay is so solid. It makes all of that other stuff fun. Like,
Stuff. Yeah,
going
it does.
in with a
Going anywhere with a pistol and fucking shooting everyone in the face, like
exactly.
like a
Or
fucking
throwing
badass.
Molotovs, or like trying to lure them out with stealth by using those screamers.
Bouncing. Are they screaming Bettys or whatever?
Screaming Bettys or something. It's a really fun experience, and I wish that game was a little bit better. I've also been playing Tomb Raider, which, like I said, it's like beat for beat Uncharted 2.
It is.
It
Okay.
starts out and she's like, you're on top of a mountain, and you're just like, there's no train involved or anything, but it's like you're on top of a mountain, like there's an avalanche that comes, you're like falling away from it, like all this tragedy is happening, and you're just
Yeah.
like, whoa, and then it flashes back. So literally what happens in Uncharted, you fall out of the train, you climb to the top, it flashes back. But even though it does that, it later on the gameplay changes like so much that it's no longer Uncharted, and the story is so different too. So I've been playing that, and I jumped back into Batman VR, and it's so cool. It's brutal. I felt almost like I had PTSD after watching someone get murdered.
In Tomb Raider?
No, in Batman VR.
Batman VR? Oh, because
Yeah,
you see
dude.
it in first person, you're
You-
like, oh shit.
Not only that, but you can change perspectives, and you can rewind it and you can fast forward it and rewind it. So you have to wait till there's like points of where like they mess up in combat. So like there's a point where Nightwing got his arm broken backwards, and I had to scan that.
And then you saw the bones and shit.
Yeah, you see it like broken backwards, and it's gross. It's like
Yeah.
shit. And then all of a sudden he's been losing, so he gets his jaw broken, and then he gets his arm broken, and then he takes his grapple, and the grapple's been cut, so he like launches up, and I watched him go super high up. You know what VR is like? You can see distance, right? And I watch him go up, and that thing snaps, and he falls onto a railing and onto the ground, and I'm like, Jesus Christ!
Oh my god.
It's
how
brutal.
How much can he get hurt? Like,
It's
goddamn.
like, yeah, exactly. And then after that, he was shot in the chest or something. I don't remember. It was like he was already dead as it was. Like Jesus,
Yeah.
both his arms, basically both his arms were broken because he broke all of his ribs and hit his arm on that railing when he fell.
Yeah.
And so he was on the ground, and this arm was already broken, and he was just like sitting. He was just like on the ground, and that guy's just like, I got you now.
Oh yeah.
And I can't wait to get more into Batman and see, I gotta find his killer now. And it was it's so cool. Very, very cool experience. And I can't wait to play more VR. So There's lots of stuff that I've been playing. I'm gonna platinum Mafia 3 this week. That's like I have the next 2
You've
days
been working
off.
hard on that.
Oh yeah, dude. I've got 3 trophies left. Kill 15 racket informants, right?
Yeah, and
Kill all of the racket bosses, right?
yeah.
And then last one is get $10,000 from one racket or from one boss, right? Which is Vito. I'm gonna give him all the territory, so he's gonna have a bigger kickback. Boom, done. Platinum's done as soon as I beat Vito's playthrough.
Yeah, and I have 2 more playthroughs to do still.
Yeah, that sucks.
I-
That sucks hard. So that's what I've been playing. I guess we're gonna go on to topic 1. Okay, so
Topic 1.
is gonna be future of Naughty Dog, and what do you think it's gonna be?
I think that they're going to create another really good game, but I think it's going to be more of a serious title. And maybe they could do something with Uncharted because where they left Sammy. And wasn't there another thing that we had 2 possible theories on what the DLC could be about?
Yes, but
maybe they'll make
that's
another
kind of a
franchise
spoiler,
of.
and I don't want to talk about the spoilers on this one. Because I want to, for the new people watching, I don't want to spoil Uncharted because that goddamn game is so good.
Well, they may have played it.
That's true.
I mean, it has been
But
on.
They'll know what we're talking about with the second option for the DLC. Because the first option is definitely going to be Sammy and Sully, right?
Yes.
They left together. It was like perfect.
They left together as if they were going to.
Do something.
Yeah, they were gonna.
How's your
They were
what
gonna
does
start
he
their
say?
own thing.
How's your Peru or how's your what's he say? Right at the
It's
end.
something with another
Something-
language.
yeah,
Like, how's your
obviously.
Spanish? And he says like a whole, like
It's like
sentence.
good
No,
enough.
he says a whole sentence in Spanish, and he's like, good enough.
Exactly. And so I think that's also my prediction is I think for sure like
Maybe.
the next thing that Naughty Dog comes out with is Uncharted's DLC, and I'm super excited for it. Troy Baker says that it's going to be the biggest one yet, and like I'm so excited for it. I want to see them do something with VR so bad because I know they can make the technology. You've experienced how awesome VR is, and you know like how cool it is, but it's also limited. I think that Naughty Dog will be the first ones to do something with it. That's gonna be like, what the fuck, dude? Like, it's gonna be so cool to like experience one of their games in VR. That's why I can't wait. They might have a horror thing for Last of Us 2, maybe.
Yeah, that would be great. I
it
think
would
The
be great
Last of
too.
Us 2
I
would be
can't wait for-
amazing.
This is a side note away from Naughty Dog, but like, yeah, Resident Evil is gonna be fucking tight. I'm gonna shit myself.
You like it?
Playing that, I'm gonna play it in VR. Yeah, for sure. I'll probably play it afterwards, not in VR, just to experience the game again, because I'll know what it's like in VR. But that whole game is gonna be VR, and I think that's awesome. It's gonna be the first one that's a full, not just a 5-hour experience, but like a full game that's in VR.
Anything else on Naughty Dog though?
On Naughty Dog, I don't really have any predictions for their future. Maybe what do you think Last of Us 2 will be like?
I think The Last of Us 2.
Do you think it's going to continue with Ellie and Joel?
I would hope so. I think that'd be a cool story, but they described that there were others just like Ellie
That's
that they failed on the surgeries and they ended up dying. So
exactly.
and he's pretty much saved Ellie. So I mean,
that's true, and I think that what they'll do is maybe not even that kind of storyline. They might even do something completely different in a different part of the country, because you know how far fucking Joel and Ellie traveled.
It might be fucked up, but a really good story for them is if they were to make another story of Joel and Ellie where the Fireflies are still after Ellie.
Yeah.
And Joel ends up dying in the end of the game.
And then you could just continue. Like that's maybe not even at the end of the game, but maybe like in the beginning, middle, end, or like the beginning. Or
and then in the middle. That way Ellie can keep on going.
Exactly,
And she gets older.
And that's the thing is like her story picks up, and like it creates a whole. That's why I think that Joel should die maybe at the beginning of the next game, so that
she has more character developed over the time, just like how his daughter died.
And you can not only that, but when you get rid of a character like Joel, you invite so many new ones to join Ellie.
His brother.
Yeah.
His brother could.
No, dude.
Tommy.
His brother's not leaving. I feel like Ellie wants to leave. You could see it at
True.
the end of the game. She was like, did you lie to me? And Joel's like, just like straight
No.
dead. Yeah, no. He's like, fuck no. And I think that she'll want to leave. Maybe even Last of Us 2 could be something cheesy like where Ellie runs away and Joel is trying to catch her for years, like trying to find her, trailing her path, seeing what's happening, like tons of destruction she's causing, and like just Joel's after her. And he's got
I
other
don't think
people.
so. I
That
think
would
it'd be
be-
better where I think it'd be a much better story if Joel.
Well, it
died.
could still be a really good story. Like maybe like Ellie's no longer the girl that she once was. Like the
Oh yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
All right. So that's I guess the end of topic 1. Next topic is favorite games.
All right. Well,
And this is tough because
I want to say, actually, my number 1 would be Borderlands 2 because Borderlands, I've played that since I was like in
I
middle
think that's
school.
the game. Did I get you into that game? Was
Yeah,
that one
you
of the
did.
first that we got into?
You
Besides
did.
Uncharted. I
Yeah.
introduced you to story games and I introduced you to co-op games. Which, by the way, I bet you still agree to this day that co-op games are the best.
Yeah, Borderlands is that's
Where you don't have to be competitive, but you
Yeah.
can be like you can have fun with your friends. That's the best. I wish there were more games like that. Naughty Dog should make a game like that. That would be fucking
But
lit.
what with Borderlands 2, they also had so much more that you could do with the game, like modding and stuff, because they left that open for people that play it because it's a fun game, and they're like, hey, you can break our game because it's not gonna hurt anyone,
Exactly.
and
I
they were
even-
gonna
I
create
even
their own
in my
modding
laptop
tool.
case over there. I have like the guns that you wanted me to make. Not even kidding. It's on a sheet of paper.
Yeah,
Like the social bitch and
Yeah.
a bunch of shit, dude.
those guns were great.
They were fun to mod. And I was gonna ask you if you had modded anything.
So that's my
since
top.
the update.
It was Borderlands 2. Second would have to be The Last of Us. Third,
Such a-
Uncharted 4. Fourth, Witcher 3. What would my fifth be? Probably maybe Far Cry.
Yeah.
Far Cry 3.
I know a lot of people like have been, and I hate on Ratty for this all the time. But like Ubisoft has like a method.
They do.
They really do, and all of their games are very similar. They have a lot of collectibles and they have good stories.
They do.
And that's the thing is like I'm a huge fan of the Far Cry series. It's not my favorite. It's like the 5th, but like I loved 3. 4 was really good. It had 3 different endings. And then Primal was awesome. It had great gameplay and I liked it and I platinumed it. I platinumed all 3 of those games. That means I liked them enough to play them enough like that much. And number 1, Witcher 3. That game is incredible. Like basically that was the first time in a long time that I've seen another developer that stepped up to Naughty Dog's level. Like Naughty Dog sets the stage. They're like, this is a fucking video game. And Witcher 3 had so much content and none of it felt
so much
cheap
more.
and just like thrown in there. None of it felt like that.
And they had options. They had variety throughout the story, like different playthroughs that you could do.
There was like,
different
what did
options.
they say? There's like 36 separate endings.
Yeah, and different things can happen, like who you end up with, who dies possibly, like
Dude,
characters
true.
can die.
Because if you kill certain characters in the game in the Battle of Kaer Morhen, things change.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, for a game to be that in depth where your choices matter is so incredible. And I know that there's like Mass Effect and all that, but that they're not like open world. They're not just like go and do what you want and like have this stuff happen to you.
Did you ever play the part where you kill Keira Metz and did Lambert die in the end?
Lambert didn't die.
Lambert didn't die?
Somebody else saved him. I think I think Geralt did.
Geralt saved him? Oh, well, that's cool.
It was very hard though. It was much more difficult than having Kira save him.
Oh, yeah. I
Because you're
bet.
fighting the Wild Hunt. But it was so cool. What a cool cutscene, too. And then also have to give a shout out to The Last of Us. Incredible
The Last
story.
of Us was a great story, yes.
I still feel like to this day, I'm disappointed that I came over to your house and watched the beginning with you.
Oh, yeah.
Because I cried, but I would have cried way more if I was by myself. Because that was so intense. We did not expect that at all from a Naughty Dog game. We were like, yeah, cool, can't wait. And then we were like, fuck, that's dark.
Dude, That was the best day for me too because it was a rainy day, right? It was a perfect day for that mood. Best days for gaming.
Yeah.
Ordered a pizza because why not? It goes with gaming, right? Gaming, pizza, rainy day.
Always.
The Last of Us, a new game, and it was a good game.
And that's why I can't wait to get into Watch Dogs 2.
Watch Dogs 2 is coming out. Yeah.
It is out.
It's out right now.
Yeah, today, the day that we're shooting.
That's
And
whenever it's supposed
I can't wait
to
to
be.
play that.
Yeah, that'd
Like, I
be a
think I'm gonna
great
go home
game.
I'm gonna go home, platinum, Mafia, and then I'm gonna download that game next. That's the timer for the camera because I know it's gonna cut out. It already did cut out once. I gotta set it for 12 minutes next time because that's all it will record at a time.
So is it done? No.
No, it's not. It's got 2 minutes left. So my last two games are Red Dead. That had a great campaign, and not only on the campaign, like a lot of people never finished it because they didn't know that you need to go kill the last guy who ordered the hit on Marston. But also Contra. I grew up on Nintendo. I played lots of games. And Contra was one of those games that I would go with like on Thanksgiving or Christmas, and all my cousins would sit in the basement. We'd do 2-player, and we'd just shoot the shit out of guys and like dodge the little fucking bullets, and it was awesome. Like, not very many of you are gonna know what Contra is. Look it up.
Yeah,
It's
I didn't
really
even
awesome.
know
Yeah,
until he
it's
showed me
very,
before
very
this
old.
video.
But that's our favorite games. So the next topic is yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this next topic. Are you ready?
Yes.
This next topic is what do you want from video games? And when I ask that, I mean like what kind of gameplay do you want? What kind of stories do you want? What do you expect to be like a good game for you? Like, do you expect Watch Dogs? Because we just talked about this.
It's kind of hard to explain it, but most of the games that I do find to be the best that I really enjoy are third-person shooters with really, really built stories.
That's what I like. I can't disagree with you on that. I think that there can be good games through first person, but you have to sell it. Have you like? I hate this because I hated the Metal Gear Solid 5, and if you liked it, that's cool for you. But it really had the worst gameplay. I swear to God, that game had like just to beat it was like 160 hours. Fuck that.
Yeah.
That's way too long.
I
was just like losing interest as I was going.
Same with Fallout 4 or
But-
Fallout. It's such a
But Metal Gear
slow-paced
Solid
game.
though, like the beginning is incredible. You start out in this hospital because you had died like in the last game, but they brought you back.
Yeah.
And then like the military comes in because they don't want you to be alive, and they fucking start taking everyone out, and you have to hide under fucking beds and shit. And it's like that was incredible storytelling, and the intense feeling that I had of like playing that. It's like you can have really good first person experiences, but they're just most people don't do it right. Borderlands does it right.
Borderlands did it really good. They had
You know
had
what's so
comedy.
crazy?
They had a good story.
You know what's crazy about Borderlands that like blows my mind to this day? Most of it was audio logs.
Oh yeah, and
Like there was a guy talking to you, or Angel was talking to you
while you're playing a game.
while you were going and murdering. And
We were just playing the other day, and we were playing the mission where we're going to get parts to fix the electricity for
Yeah.
the vehicles on what is it? Three Horns Divide, I think. Three Horns Valley.
Three Horns Valley.
Three Horns Valley, and Scooter was all like, "Isn't it weird how I know exactly when you pick up that part?" Yeah, I know exactly what part you're picking up, like almost as if I'm stalking you or something. Isn't that weird?
And it's like the game is just so funny, and it doesn't take itself
Yeah.
seriously, and it's like it points out flaws in other games, but it's so well done. And I know that you like what you were saying was you would like to see more third person shooters with developed stories, and even I don't even need to have that all the time. Like this is why I'm excited to get into Watch Dogs, because I know that Watch Dogs is a Ubisoft game. Ubisoft games always have collectibles.
They have
Look
good
at Far
gameplay.
Cry.
Yeah, they have
Look
good
at Far Cry,
gameplay.
dude. You like go and you have to climb mountains and shit just to get up to the top, and then you grab this poster or whatever, and it sends you into a trip. It's like every collectible in that game was fun to go get.
Oh yeah, definitely. Same with like all the other games.
We need to get a sign.
Can you not right now? Can you not like right now? Like can you not?
Can I just bring the box down here?
Yeah.
Well, there's
go
a
ahead.
wire, so
I'm already gonna have to cut it anyways.
yeah, I know.
I'm gonna get a sign for the door.
I'm gonna get a padlock.
No, don't
You
get
guys
it.
are awful.
Yeah, we gotta get another episode up today. I'm gonna get a sign though for the door so it says when we're recording because I have to cut this out now.
Oh, how weird.
It's a lot of work. Yep.
Yeah, can we keep going?
We will.
Okay.
But
No, it's
yeah, and that's a good audio sync,
Wait.
so that'll be easier. Pardon the interruption. Garen's mom came down.
don't say that.
Okay. So again with the third person stuff, is like, Ubisoft games have these collectibles. They do, and it's fun to go get them. And do you remember in Watch Dogs 1 when you were like hacking shit and you go in like in the buildings and it was fun to watch these things
Yeah, in
happen.
this game they have drones.
Exactly.
Drones it's gonna make the
I heard
gameplay
somebody was like
so much
playing the
better.
game and they hadn't killed people and they had played it for like 3 hours. Like
Yeah.
a game that gives you the option to go like guns blazing, or you can not
That's-
go guns blazing.
That's what
because
everybody hated about the main character Aiden in the last
'Cause
game
he was
is
so
because he
fucking
was
nuts.
so reckless. He
he
was
was.
just destroy everything and kill everyone.
And this guy in the new game, he like sits like Indian style, and he gets on his laptop and he's able to hack things all around him.
Yeah.
And then after
it's
the
cool.
after he sends pulses out and the chaos happens, you can just walk right in and walk right out because you already did everything with the technology that you had. You
Yeah,
didn't kill
that's the
anyone.
point of hacking.
Exactly. You just caused distractions and things that happened. And I feel like that's what I need in a game right now. Plus, there's going to be good story. I've heard that there's amazing cutscenes and really, really amazing stuff from this. And that's what I like. I actually tend to not go more like the game that opened me up to open world games that made me go, oh yeah, I love this way more than linear.
Would be
is
Witcher.
Yeah. Because if you can add content on the side that doesn't feel like it's fucking plugged in there, just
That's
to
what
have it.
I think Borderlands got me into that because I mean
Borderlands
they had
does it really well too.
they
I
had
can't say-
different maps and they had lots of maps and
But there was
if
some.
you've been
I can't say that every mission in Borderlands on the side stuff was worth it because some of it was just like go collect things
yeah
and it just didn't. It felt empty. But there was a lot that were really good, and
But
they
it-
even like were based off the main characters.
if you get on it like now they have so many DLCs on it. Like they have a Marcus's Armory DLC. Like they have a story off of Marcus. They have fucking
Really?
Yeah,
That's
they have like
Stuff that-
Cromarax brought back like the baby Cromarax.
Yeah.
They have
So
that.
That's fun. And Clomarax was awesome because he dropped so many good weapons.
And then they had 4 other main DLCs. The other ones are just kind of mini DLCs, but they
DLC that we
they
never played.
probably have a lot
Yeah.
to it. Yeah.
But I think that I want more games like Witcher. That's why I'm so excited for Horizon Zero Dawn.
Horizon Zero Dawn, and they're also making another movie or not movie, game.
Way to go.
Way to go! Yeah, gaming. But they're making another game. What is it called? It's Cyberpunk.
Oh, Cyberpunk. That's
Cyberpunk.
that would be CD Projekt Red.
Yeah,
They're making another game, and I think that's gonna be awesome. That's a first-person shooter, I believe, but I think that they'll do it so well because they learned so much from Witcher. They've even stated that it's gonna be more innovative than Witcher is, which is crazy. That's insane to me. There's no way they can do that. Not unless they added like 70 endings, because then I would actually have so many reasons to play that game. Like, I've played Witcher all the way through like 3 times, just to make sure that I got each ending. And by the way, the saddest ending is the one where you make Ciri Empress. It's extremely sad.
Well,
It's just like this extremely depressing vibe that happens throughout the ending, and you get to go and hang out with Ciri, and then she's just like, I'm not gonna be with you anymore, and Geralt's like what?
there are so many sad endings to that game, though.
Yeah,
Like,
there are.
a lot of bad endings.
If you do the bad ending, Geralt and Ciri die,
Yeah.
and that's like fucked. It was really good.
Doesn't Geralt get like really, really sad and just like let drowners pretty much eat him?
Yep.
Something like that?
Drowners and hags and all kinds of necrophages and ghouls and outghouls, and they all rush into the home that the crones lived in.
Yeah, the Chrome.
And he just sat there with like his head in his hands, and like it was Vesemir's medallion,
Yeah.
and he just like sat there just like this, and just like it fades away.
Damn.
I know, it's so depressing.
Sounds crazy.
It was really good. It was great to see it. Like, I'm glad that I played the game that way. Like there's not any of the hours that I put into Witcher do I regret. Not a single one of them, because every single one of them was fucking awesome. Like that
It was
game
definitely
so
a fun
good.
game. It takes a little while to get into playing it, like a lot.
Yeah.
But once you're really into
Once you-
playing
once
it,
you-
and then you're done with it, then you don't really want to let it go. You kind of
You kind of want to go
Sure,
back.
yeah.
I even want to go back and do things that I haven't done yet, and I
Yeah.
know that there are things.
and get different swords. I wish they would have had more.
I could have got different endings on the fucking new DLC.
I wish they could have had more like loot.
They had a lot of
Options.
loot.
No, like other swords, like
The swords
Like,
got better.
with
the
the
thing is,
DLCs.
like, most people overlook this. Don't, and I'm gonna say this right now. Don't ever restart Witcher 3, and like from the beginning. Continue to New Game Plus, because you never have to pick up your oils again. And then, what happens is the Witcher swords, they get outdated. You're gonna start picking up relic swords that are way better than your Witcher swords. And you want to stick with those. Like, you learn and you get to like see what they do. They might catch people on fire.
I'm not talking about those kinds of swords though. I'm talking about like swords with like special abilities.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Olgierd's sword, like
Oh my
special
god,
abilities.
dude! When you like hit it 3 times quick and then it would glow red. Did
Yeah.
you ever do that? And then you hit it, but it took a little bit of your vitality away.
They should also have swords like you can teleport around with, like a series sword or something like that.
Oh, I bet. Oh,
That'd be sick. Like they could have had so many swords that are just crazy.
They
Right?
could have.
But they didn't. They didn't.
But that's
do
the thing
that.
is like that's such a small detail compared to how massive and great.
I
that
know,
game
but it
is.
would have been.
It
It would
would've
have made the gameplay a lot more fun.
But the gameplay already was fun. You could choose to. My favorite, by the way, tree was going half between the sword and the alchemy.
Oh yeah, I liked mostly like combat and maybe a little bit of sign.
I might have to check the camera soon. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and wrap this up. What I want from good video games is definitely linear. I like linear games. It's tell me a story, but they have good gameplay that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, the gameplay in Mafia didn't make sense, and neither did Watch Dogs. Didn't make sense. And I want them to make sense. That's why I like Far Cry so much. So my top 5 are Witcher, the Uncharted series. I never even mentioned that. Uncharted is so fucking good to me. It has been. I was there like a year after the first one came out, and then actually it was 2 years after the first one came out, and I was like, that game was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I called up my friend. He told me to play it. His name was Nick, and I was like, dude, that game was awesome. I can't wait for the second one to come out. He's like, it's already out. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, it just came out like 2 months ago. I'm like, what? That's fucking awesome. And I played it, and then I was like super hyped for Uncharted 3. And I got the collector's edition on 3 and 4. That's what this is. And they were just like so good. I still think that 3 is a little better than 4, though 4 closed it out so
I
well.
think 4
Both
is better.
CD Projekt Red with their ending DLC and Uncharted 4 both closed out their games so well. So well. Like,
Mhm.
and those are my top 5.
All right. So, are we gonna close it?
Yeah, we're going to close it. And the last thing that we have to say is just, leave questions in the comments or what topics in the comments that you want us to talk about. Because we would love to just talk about things that you want to listen to. And we didn't talk about anything life related today. Like
No, we
usually, I actually skated this morning, but that was like,
You talked about that.
yeah, but not very much. But we'll talk about whatever. Thanks for watching. That's the end of episode 2.